To give them credit, they did the things you got to do to win these games. AFC North, November, December football, they did it, and they tackled better. They won the turnover battle 2-0, and that's the recipe for success. And I think ultimately the score is not indicative of how the game played through the first three quarters, but it is what it is. They did the things you got to win, and so they got a chance to run away with it, and it was really frustrating and disappointing because this is not what we expected on our end, but it's what we did. You lose the turnover battle 2-0. That's how it's going to play out. Yeah. It got loud, so the communication became a problem on one of the timeouts. So your choice is just stand there and run no play, as you're trying to figure it out with 10 seconds on the play clock. And so we called the timeout there. And the delay of game was just, again, hard to hear. So I'm sure we're having to repeat calls on my end so that we can hear them in the huddle. And then repeat them in the huddle. So it's challenging. It was a loud environment. Yeah, trying to get them to jump. It's a tough call. They are a tough short yardage unit to go against. So yeah, that's a decision worth criticizing. I'm not going to doubt that. But we went into the game feeling like that was an opportunity for us and didn't work out.
At that point, did you feel like you were going to get momentum after getting disqualified? Because all of that happened beforehand, but did you think you might get a little momentum after they lost their safety?
We were just expecting to go score, and came away with a field goal on that drive, if I'm not mistaken. So again, I don't read too much into how that situation unfolded. We're just trying to call the next play.
Especially after talking to the kid earlier, did you sense any sort of limitation with him, his shoulder?
No, I didn't. I still thought he threw the ball well. I mean, it was as windy a game as I've ever been a part of. So as we watched the tape, I don't know how much that factored into anything. I felt like he was throwing well and probably where he wanted to. Maybe he'll tell you different. But again, that was for both teams, it was a winning game.
You were going to go for it on the fourth one even after
Yeah.
the timeout.
Yes.
I feel like the defense did enough today to really push you over the hump.
They did. I mean, it was certainly one of their better games they've played, and so they gave us those opportunities. 10 points there at halftime. After giving up that first drive of the game, I was happy with the punts they forced. Unfortunately, we couldn't capitalize on offense and get enough points on the board to take advantage, especially with the ball coming out to start the second half. And, overall in the second half, just those two possessions, we just got to get them on the ground. There's a lot of opportunities. We got to get them on the ground. We're working like crazy, talking like crazy. It's just got to show up. It was tough. I mean, their defense did a great job. You have to give them credit. They're well coached. They have great players. We had some drives there in the first half. We weren't backed up per se, but, -10, -15. Felt like we were working our way out of that thing, and you just can't kind of stall out at midfield. And so just didn't get the explosive plays we'd like to get, and that's a credit to them. That's how they played us, and they were going to make us go the length of the field, and we just weren't able to do that in the first half outside that first drive. Yeah, because we had them behind the sticks plenty of times, and I think that was great, for our guys to do that and some opportunities to take advantage of, and so then when they convert, yeah, that takes the wind out of you a little bit. Yeah, again, I don't think we were ever in a tremendous rhythm in any facet, and you have to credit them. They had a great plan. They played well. At times we found some momentum, and just it wasn't enough of that to go out and score enough points to win the game. Yeah. I mean, these guys are in emotional matchups. We all know that. There's a lot at stake for teams. There's a lot at stake for these individuals. It's competitive when you got great players going against great players. It's going to be emotional at times, and Jamar's always done an excellent job of controlling what he can control, and so I respect that about him. I have no idea. I didn't see any of it. I got the worst view in the house. So again, they didn't call us for anything, so I'm proud of our guys. I have the worst seat in the house. No idea. You feel them. You feel all the losses. You feel them all. They eat at you all. You know, we're working like crazy to make sure that this doesn't happen. It happened today. It's disappointing. Our option is to come back tomorrow and keep fighting and find a way to get a win. And we got a red hot team coming in here. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do everything we can to clean this up, correct the mistakes, get back to work, and fight another week and find a way to get a win. Same, just what I just said, same thing.
I feel like it was maybe a missed opportunity, especially with the Windows opening, just to kind of create things in the AFC North.
Of course, you know, our goal is to be 3-0 in the division, you know, coming out of this game, and that's not how it played out.
What kind of follow up around, once you said that was
New England. I mean, it's simple. Find a way to scratch and claw and get a win, and get the feeling we had back 3 weeks ago when we beat Pittsburgh. You know, and gave us a good opportunity, and so that's what we're back to. We're back to just find a way to get a win against New England, and try to capitalize from them. That is our only option right now.